all to play for next week at Etihad Stadium between Manchester City and Real Madrid. The game at the first leg ended in a 3-3 draw. We had 3 goals scored in 14 minutes, and it means that it is the second ever knockout game where we've had 3 goals scored in 14 minutes. The first ever which had 4 goals scored in 11 minutes was between Manchester City and Tottenham Hotspur back in 2019, where it was 2-2 within 11 minutes. It was 2-1 in favor of Real Madrid in 14 minutes, with Manchester City through Bernardo Silva opening the score in the second minute. It was a wonderful gameplay by Bernardo Silva. After a fall by Tchouaméni, who received a yellow card against Real Madrid in the first minute of the game. That means he will miss the second leg at the Etihad Stadium. He received a yellow card after challenging Jack Grealish in the first minute. The first action of the game was a yellow card shown to Real Madrid's Tchouaméni, who was playing as a centre-back in place for Eder Militao, who was in the bench. Remember, he just came back from an injury, so I think he was just being protected in this game. So Tchouaméni will miss the second leg between Real Madrid and Manchester City after receiving his booking in the first minute of the game, and he brought down Grealish. Everyone was expecting a free kick. I was expecting a free kick from rather a cross. Yeah, I was expecting a cross from Bernardo Silva because it was a little too far, and he was not thinking the same as we're thinking, as he went straight and scored a wonderful free kick in the second minute of the game. But as we all know, Real Madrid being Real Madrid, they responded quickly, and in the 12th minute of the game, Camavinga forced an own goal from Ruben Diaz, who scored an own goal in the 12th minute to bring the score level 1-1. And 2 minutes earlier, none other than Rodrigo scored the second goal of Real Madrid on third goal of the match, following a through pass from Vinicius Jr. And it was a well taken goal, and I think it was a bit of miscommunication between the defenders, that is Ruben Diaz, the likes of Guardiola and Stones, and also the goalkeeper, that is Steven Ortega. There were a bit of miscommunication, and Rodrigo scored the second goal, the third goal of the match, and the second goal of Real Madrid in 14 minutes. So it was a bit of a shambolic and chaos in the first 14 minutes. We had 3 goals scored in 14 minutes, and the goal by Bernardo Silva is the second earliest goal conceded by Real Madrid conceded by Real Madrid in the Champions League. So it was the second ever earliest goal conceded by Real Madrid at home in Champions League, as Bernardo Silva continues his fine form against Real Madrid. Not only Bernardo Silva, as also Rodrigo continued his fine form against Manchester City, as he scored his second goal of Real Madrid and the third goal of the match to bring the score to 2-1 in favor of Real Madrid. So it was all Manchester City, Manchester City until the first half, and City went the break 2-1 down. But they came in the second half with a plan, and they started playing the Manchester City way. They started playing the tiki-taka, the possession football. That is the kind of football that Manchester City plays. And I can say it took approximately 10 minutes or more to score the second goal of the match for Manchester City and the fourth goal of the match. And it took approximately 10 minutes of ball possession from Manchester City. They were possessing the ball, and they were in Real Madrid's half, and we saw how Manchester City can and they're able to break a team who are playing a defensive block. And we saw that Phil Foden, who is having I can say one of the best seasons of his careers, and I think he's been prolific. He scored a beautiful goal in the 66 minutes to make it 2-2, and I watched the goal, and it was a deja vu, a bit of goal is scored against Manchester United to make it 1-1 in the Manchester derby. And it was a brilliant goal in the 66th minute to make it 2-2, and it was his 5th goal of the Champions League in 7 games. So that tells you how Phil Foden has transformed his game this season. Remember, he's been played as a number 10 and sometimes as coming in as a left or rather as a right winger, and mostly he plays that central position so well. And I think looking at him, he's been playing different positions. He's been playing as a left wing, as a right wing, and sometimes plays as a midfielder. And I think he is a number 10 nowadays in the modern football. The number 10 position is just disappearing. We saw we heard from Ozil some years ago. He said that and also Rodriguez, that is James Rodriguez, he said that the number 10 position in football is fading and fading. And Phil Foden, I think, is a typical number 10. The way he rounds, the way he rotates in that number 10 position is just good. And he scored his fifth goal of the Champions League in 7 matches. So it was again all Manchester City after scoring their second goal of the match and the fourth goal of the game overall. In just 5 minutes, after 5 minutes again, they scored a goal through Oscar Vadiol, who scored his first Manchester City goal, and I can say it was a thunderbolt. It was a brilliant, well taken goal, and hit again. I can say it was a defensive mistake, a defensive miscommunication from the Real Madrid defenders and midfielders, as well as the goalkeeper. Remember, Virgil had the ball and he looked at the top right corner, and he saw a gap in there. There was a space in between goalkeeper and the last or the right side of the goal post, and he took his chance, he took his time, and had a well shot at goal, and he went in. A very beautiful goal, his first goal for Manchester City and his first Champions League goal for the Citizen as well. He scored in the 71st minute to make it 3-2 for the Citizens. At this stage, I was expecting more goals from Manchester City because Real Madrid now, they were the morale was down, even though they were at home. But this Manchester City, the morale was down. They were not up to the task. But as I said, Real Madrid is Real Madrid, and a moment of magic through from Vinicius and Valverde made it 3-3 for Real Madrid in 10 minutes to go, and they made it 3-3 through Federico Valverde, who scored a brilliant volley and a good assist, brilliant assist from Vinicius Jr. As I said earlier, Real Madrid are welcoming Manchester City, or rather Manchester City are welcoming Real Madrid at the Etihad Stadium on the 17th of April as they look to move into the next round of the Champions League. Over the weekend, these two teams will play because we know they are both fighting for titles in their respective league. Manchester City are fighting for their fourth title in a row, and they are playing Luton Town at home. Remember, they are third with 70 points, and they are just 1 point below the league leaders Arsenal, who have 71 points. So they are playing Luton Town at home. I think it's going to be a little bit of easy game for them, and it won't be much pressure for the Citizens. On the other hand, Real Madrid, who are also fighting for the title, remember they are leading their Liga race with a gap of 8 points. They are playing Mallorca on Saturday, and I think they will go into that game with insight, or with a view in mind that we play this game, we score, get 3 points, and concentrate on the next game, which is more crucial than ever. I think Real Madrid, if I'm not wrong, they will overlook the Mallorca game and concentrate on the Manchester City game, because that is the most important. Real Madrid, we know how they've been in this fixture, in this competition, that is the Champions League. They've won it 14 times, and they'll be looking to win it for the 15th times, which is going to be historic. So I think with Mallorca on Saturday, I think they will be taking it an easy game, and with keeping in mind to avoid injuries and knocks from players who might miss the game against City. We all know that Tchouaméni will miss the game against City in the second leg after receiving the booking in the first minute of the game.